It's important to know this word vajra. In the Tibetan word is dorje, D-O-R-G-E, dorje. So diamond, if we know diamond, the reason why I have to go a little detail in here is because you need to know about diamond so that you know what it symbolizes. Diamond is a mineral that has a very high density. It is much harder than jade. 10 is the highest density. And I've been told that diamond has a density of 10. So you need diamond to cut jade. So the word diamond is used in Sutra, symbolizes hardness, indestructibility, and power, and it also symbolizes brightness. So diamond also stands for true reality. It also stands for, in the Buddhist language, stands for emptiness, sunyata, the essence of everything existing. Now this emptiness, this sunyata, emptiness, people who study Buddhism, they know what I'm talking about. Sunyata, emptiness, is indestructible like diamond. The spotless purity and translucency of the diamond symbolizes perfect spotless of emptiness, untainted by all appearances that arise out of it. But this emptiness is not apart from all things. It's not different from all phenomenon. It is one and identical with phenomenon. This cannot be conceptually understood and can only be experienced in enlightenment. So you really have to be in meditation to understand what we're talking about. The diamond cuts away all unnecessary conceptualizations and brings one to the shore of nirvana. We have a lot of conceptualizations, discrimination in our mind, and this diamond cuts through it, cuts through all your delusions, your illusions. It cuts through all your mental defilements. It cuts through all your depression, your fear, your anxiety, your jealousy, your hatred, all your mental defilements. This diamond cut through it and make them disappear. If you have this diamond in your hand, you cut through all delusions. No more suffering. You are enlightened. You cut through all your unnecessary conceptualization, your discrimination, your egoistic feeling, your fear, your anxiety, your hatred. All those are gone. So all phenomenal appearances are not ultimate reality, but rather the illusions, projections of one's own mind. We should see them as empty, devoid of ego. No ego. So the vajra is a symbol of the absolute. It's a symbol of power. It's a symbol of wisdom. That prajna is diamond. All right, so that's the meaning of vajra. So you know the meaning of vajra now. That's vajra. So I explained vajra now, and how about prajna paramita? What's the meaning of prajna? Prajna paramita. Let's analyze prajna. What is pra? P-R-A, pra. It's a Sanskrit word. What is pra? Pra means supreme and unique. It cannot be higher than pra. It's the most supreme. It's the top. It's the most unique. And jna, J-N-A, prajna, J-N-A, J-N-A, jna means consciousness or understanding. So if you put the two words together, prajna means supreme and unique consciousness, supreme and unique understanding. You need to cultivate your consciousness. So to understand the Buddhist teaching is not just to have blind faith in the Buddha. I believe in the Buddha and that's it. That's enough for enlightenment? Absolutely no. You believe in the Buddha and you don't follow, you don't cultivate your consciousness, you are superstitious. You just believe with blind faith. You don't believe with analysis. You don't believe with wisdom. That's a no-no. Don't believe in anything that you don't understand. Don't believe in anything that is just blind faith. You believe in something that cultivates your wisdom, that open up your mind. So prajna tells you that you got to cultivate your wisdom. Not just ordinary wisdom. It's the supreme and unique understanding. Temporal wisdom could be tainted, As I said before, wisdom can be geared towards the vicious side of it. Temporal wisdom, in a lot of ways, have been misused because of egoistic feeling. So that's prajna. You ought to know what prajna is. Supreme and unique understanding. What is paramita? Paramita has two meanings. Paramita is a Sanskrit word that means perfection. And it also, if you segregate paramita in itself into two words, Sanskrit word, it's parama and itta. Parama means the other shore. Parama means other shore. You see, paramita means perfection. Have you heard of Paramount, the Paramount pictures? That English word Paramount, that means perfect. Paramount means paramita. It comes probably the etymology of that word comes from Sanskrit. So paramita means perfection, and that's one meaning. The second meaning is paramita segregates into two words, is parama and itta. Parama means the other shore. Itta, that means you will be arriving at, or you have arrived at. Itta means you have arrived at, or you will be arriving at. So you will be arriving at that shore. Paramita means you will be going to that shore. Why are you going to that shore? We are at the shore of confusion, the shore of suffering, the shore of unhappiness. This is our shore. This is our society. This is our life. Of course, sometimes you have happiness. But how can you be happy if you always have death confronting you? Sickness, aging, natural disasters, wars, killings, lying, misconduct. How can you be happy? How can you say that I'm happy amidst all these happenings surrounding you? Pollutions, natural disasters, ozone layers, international wars, family disputes, criminals, crime. How can you be happy if you're surrounded by all this? So this is that shore of confusion. You need to leave this shore. You're not satisfied with this shore. There's no satisfaction in this shore of confusion. The Buddha said, don't get stuck in this shore. Get away. Liberate yourself. Free yourself. And you need that ship to get you to the other shore, the shore of understanding, the shore of supreme wisdom, the shore of enlightenment, the shore of nirvana. You need that ship. That ship is the 6 paramitas. Generosity, endurance, patience, morality, concentration, wisdom. So that's the meaning of prajna paramita. So, I've heard the gong, sound of the gong telling us to go for lunch now. And just to summarize it, I have successfully, with this regard, finished explaining the title of the sutra. Within half an hour, I have finished this title, and this title is called Vajra Prajna Paramita Sutra. Oh, I haven't explained the word sutra. I would like to finish it. Sutra is a Sanskrit word. It means putting together. Sutra, in Pali language, is sutta. Sutra means a thread that ties together all these beads to form a garland of flowers. You have a thread, you have a lot of beads, and you need that thread to tie all these loose beads together. A sutra contains important words that strung together the sermons of the Buddha. A sutra is that. It's a string that ties all the beads together. So when you put the whole title in perspective, Vajra Prajna Paramita Sutra, it means diamond cutter that cuts through all the mental defilements. And this diamond cutter would lead you from the shore of confusion to the shore of enlightenment if you go into that ship with the 6 functions to carry you to that shore of nirvana. So with Diamond Sutra, you can get to the shore of nirvana. And I have finished it. Thank you for today.